read. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, that started.
Yeah, it started. Yeah,
Mhm.
confirmed.
Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you, everyone. As a rule, so that the place is not a kind of rowdy, I will encourage us, if we're not speaking, let us mute our microphones. And then maybe when we want to speak, we can raise up our hand. And if you're raising your hands, and I'm not seeing it so that your hand is not paining you, so please speak out. Then we just we get your, I mean, you get our attention. Thank you. Thank you very much. So the purpose of this call really, I'm sure a lot of us have gotten, and we received an email yesterday from myself informing you of group assignment for your group projects during this for the program, right? The program is like a total of 8 weeks in all, but 6 weeks is going to be the period we have for deep dive into the different topic areas, right? And then within the 6 week or from the fourth week, we're expected to start our project. We're supposed to have shared that information as at last week, even before we started the last week, week 3 session, but we couldn't. So it's all good. That's why we said, okay, let's share it at least before we take our week 4 session or week 4 class. So that's actually the purpose of this call, to walk us through and get answers, maybe answer to your questions that you might have around the project, right? That's the purpose of this call. So what's the email contain? It contain information about the group that you are assigned to, and also it provided you with two credentials. So the two credentials, we came up with two credentials because of the limitation we had around creating free Azure tenants, right? The Azure tenant we're able to spin up does not include an environment for collaboration. Hence the reason we have to um, leverage the tenants that other track like M365 Power Platform and security are using for their projects, and then for us to be able to collaborate from that aspect. That was the reason we each of us had two accounts, one for the Azure environment where your project will be happening, and the other for the collaboration environment where you'll be meeting to have brainstorming session, rub minds, drop documents, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to start with is, based on the mail that we received, I'm going to share my screen very quickly. Now, for that email that was received, that you received, you have to, the best approach would be for you to use two different browsers, right? You can use standard browser and you can use incognito browser to kind of, let me put my other a minute so I can see when someone raises hand. Just want to put them side by side. Yeah. So I have it. Okay. So what I've done here is I've launch a new browser. You can either do browser profile. If you're using if you're using Microsoft Edge, like what I have here, okay, like what I have here. So for you to always ensure that the browsers are referencing different profile, because one of the problem we have is people that are using Microsoft 365 in their environment might have issue, especially if you are logging on to the lab, the any other Office 365 tenant on the same browser where your work profile is. So there might be a lot of confusion. For you to remove that confusion or reduce it, just go to this to your Edge browser. There's a browser profile which is on the top left corner. Click on it, and you are going to see set up new personal profile or other profile. So since it's Microsoft 365 profile, you are just going to select other profile and then you click set up a new work profile. If I click this, it's going to open for me a fresh browser profile. So whatever I'm doing here will not conflict on what I'm doing on my corporate company browser profile. So that's that. If you are using Google Chrome on the other hand, the same thing apply. On the top right hand corner, you will see like a picture image as well. That's your browser profile. Click on it, and then you are able to either add a new browser profile or just launch a guest profile. If I say add a new, what it does is it's open a new one for me here, and I can either start without an account and start working. So it's creating completely different. Now, if I have another way is to use what we call incognito browser. I have my Edge browser here, like I said the other time. Have I closed it? Okay. I have my Edge browser here, so I can either do right click and select in private browser, that's in private window, or I use on the Google Chrome. When you right click that as well, you have incognito window. So each of them will give you a fresh browser profile that will not conflict with one another. So that's that about browser. Now for the account that we receive, let's first go through the Microsoft 365 environment, that's the Teams environment. I'm going to be using Group A for all the walkthrough that we are doing here today. Someone is raising hand. Esther.
Yes, ma. I couldn't hear you from the beginning, but I started hearing from the incognito browser.
Okay. I hope others were able to hear me.
Yes, I heard you.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So, Esther, what we're just talking about, we've not really gone far. I want to just start now. So, but maybe later you can listen to the recording if anything we have said or things that we have, yes, it will be important. You listen to it again so that I can catch up with few things that you have missed from the start. So sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to log in now to Microsoft Teams environment. A minute, let me bring up my, where's, okay, thought I had that open before. Okay. So like we said, we're going to be using tenant group A. Group A is on this environment. So in that email, you have address. You have portal.office.com. There's a portal.office.com there. This is one way you can log in to the environment. When you log in this way, you will see access to every app that you have access to. Then the other option is to go directly through Teams.Microsoft. I think that's what I will have given us, but it's all good. Teams.Microsoft.com. So if you do Teams.Microsoft.com as well, this is going to take you straight into your Teams environment. So let's use the straight option into the Teams environment. Right? I'll drop that on the chat. Teams.Microsoft.com. That's a shortcut to get to the Teams environment without this first step. So if I go this way, for instance, I'll use different accounts and then click sign in. This I'm going through portal.office.com, which was shared with you. so that those that are going through, they can see how they will just launch team from there. So, so now I'm into the account. The account actually give you access to more than just team. It gave you access to Outlook, it gave you access to every other apps that come with the license, right? So if I want to go through Teams, I will do the same thing, use a different account, and then I will go through username again, and then enter my password. This is going through Teams directly. So if you go through portal.office, just click the Teams icon here. It will take you straight into this direct team environment. So, and when you log in, this is what you will see, kind of. It's still loading. That's okay. So now, when we go to Teams here, when you log in, you go to Teams. In the Teams, we have a team that has been created. You see TSAZTDD project group A. That is the team for the Azure group. Now, your group, what we have done with your group is, I'm going to quickly pull up an Excel. Yes. Can you all see my Excel sheet? Okay. Where is the? Okay. Yes, I'm sharing screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma. Can see it now.
Please, Esther,
But
disjoin
can you
and
zoom
rejoin.
in?
Sorry? Hello? What did you say?
Yes, I can you zoom in? It is.
Oh, okay. That's on the
Yes, ma.
Excel, right?
Yes, ma.
Okay. So, for instance, is it clear? Is it clearer?
Yes, ma. It is clearer.
Okay. So, for instance, we have group A. Group A consists of just 6 people. So, for some of the group, we are 7. For some, we are 6 in the group. Unlike the other track, what they did is they came together. That's, you have design, power platform, security. I think about 4 of them came together to do their project. But because of the peculiarity of our own environment, is Azure completely, and security is part of it and everything. So the only team or group we could have worked with was the security team. However, they're already working with the Power Platform team. So not to confuse anybody, we decided to take our own all alone. So we are going to just be responsible, we alone in the Azure class, we are and holding our own project. So that is that. For some people are are 6, while some group are 7. So we are going to share also this document later. I've not uploaded it. I'm going to upload it to every group every team, so that you can be able to see who are the member of your team at a glance within the Excel. So now we are in the Teams environment. Once you have, like I said, you have this team with this name. So on the general, what we have done is we have posted some information like the uh, um, okay, sorry. I think, well, yes, not on the general, on the announcement rather. On the announcement, we've posted this information about the group. This one now, I didn't post it well. Okay, sorry about that, but this is for group A. This the information about the project. For instance, this project is all about securing networking, that secure networking and intersite connectivity for a financial organization who want to be able to ensure that there are connectivity between their different regions, like I think the Europe region and the US region are properly secured. So this, so for Oh, okay. Sorry. I think for some of you, you might see this post. This post is in the general channel, while for some of us is in the announcement channel. So if I click on see more, this information we have here is also contained in the project, in the supporting project document. This is supporting project document. This link is just going to take you to the SharePoint that is associated with this particular team. So if we click it, it's going to open in a new browser, in a browser for us, a browser tab. But we have the same information. If I go back to the general channel, for instance, I click on the file. So in this file, you see project files. When you open the project file, you see this particular project document there. So now, what are we looking at for each project document? This is for each project. This is what we're looking at. Now, the task is different for everybody based on what is required, based on the project itself. Yep, okay. Based on the project itself. So it's not the same for everybody. It's unique. Your task is unique to each group. So for this group, for instance, like we said, we are talking about secure networking and intersite connectivity. And these are all the tasks that you are expected, this group now, you are expected to design the virtual networking and the configuration, how it's going to be, what will be based on their requirement, what will be your design. You need to come up with a design. You need to come up with the components that will make up that you use to be able to achieve this solution for the customer. You need to plan your implementation. If testing is also applicable, you run your testing, and we expect that you document every information that you are getting or you are generating from the project. So this is this. So maybe before I go further here, let me come back here. So here, what we have done is we have used a template, a project template to create each of the team. And when you log in into the team, you will see different options at the top. You have project tracker, you have issue tracker, you have sites. If you go, for instance, if I go, for instance, if I go to the projects here, let me see, if I go to manage projects, I just want to show you the list of apps that has been added into this project, into this team, so that we are able to work seamlessly with the different tools that are required for us to be able to complete the project. So these are the list of things that are in there. You have planner. You can use the planner for planning activity for everybody who is responsible for what. You can use the planner for that. Is somebody speaking? Okay, please mute if you are not speaking. All right, so that's that. So you have this channel, for instance, this is planning channel. Here you can do all your planning here. You can do meetings within this channel, and all your recording will be saved in this location. Documents and everything can be in the resources channel. So that's just how do you know also, like I said, we'll upload the Excel document, but how do you know who and who is member of your channel? If you are able to see manage channel on your own team, you'll be able to see the members of this channel. So based on the Excel that I shared earlier, these are the members for this particular group, right? So let me see, what test are we supposed to do here? All right. So now think this is this about this. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. So now in the PowerPoint, what our expectation for the project? What our expectation? All of this information is in the this slide has been uploaded to your channel, your group project file. So you will see it there. So we are testing things, a lot of skills around the project. So we remember one of the things we said is we want a situation where you can, okay, you might not be able to see, but you'll be able to see. I will check that later. So we want a situation whereby we finish this program and then you are going for an interview, you can tell that you have an experience. And what will help you, what will differentiate you or differentiate your experience is actually ensuring that you participate. Participation is very key. Collaboration is very key. So we'll be talking about the soft skill later. So some of the things we are going to um, test you on is how you are able to gather your requirement and the analysis of it. We are going to test you on your research methodology, the research methodology that you are using when you are doing your research, considering that each person is targeted to a particular vertical. So you will want to do a research to say, for a financial organization, for instance, if our intention is for a financial organization, so what are the things that a financial organization will be looking at to ensure that they are secure? So you'll be looking at market segment, industry segment, sector, verticals. Those are things we'll be testing you on. We'll be testing you on how much you are able to understand customer needs, how much you are able to analyze challenges and able to find solution or come together to provide a solution, a working solution for the particular issue or challenges that you have. And we would like that you also um, document all the challenges that you have. That's part of the project defense, because you are going to be defending the project at the end of the day. So we'll take your application development really here, app development. So this is a generic system we use. App development here might not really apply to everybody. The project really, or the course does not really require you to know how to develop an app. So, but for instance, if your intention, the purpose for a particular team is to um is to is to configure load balancing for an e-commerce site to ensure that the e-commerce site is up and running all the time. So for you to have a true test, you might want to deploy a sample project on your servers for you to be able to load balance those. So one of the things you will also be testing data management, integration and automation, reporting, compliance, security around the solutions that you are deploying. Whether your solution focus on security, if yours does not focus on security, you still have to bother about security. So if your project is saying, oh, set up a virtual machine, this, that, and then they didn't say anything about security, you need to ensure that the company, as you have set up that environment for them, not just anybody or unauthorized person can get access to those resources you have spun up for them. So we'll be testing you on documentation as well. Because if you join a company and you are working in a group or you are working on a project, all of these things is what they will expect you to be able to do, to be able to analyze, gather requirement, analyze, do your research to develop a solution or recommend a solution. Security of the solution, if it's to integrate with other products or how the solutions integrate with one another, collaborate with other members of the team, review performance of the product, the solution that you have provided, take into cognizance governance and compliance requirements, and then you'll be looking at other things like training of the user, maybe the administrator of the environment or the user to be able to use whatever solution you have set up. a project is not complete without a successful usage of that product. Adoption is what make a project to be complete. Adoption. If the user or that you have developed the solution for, that you have built that particular solution for, is not using it, then your project is not complete, is not successful. So a successful project means is successful when users have are beginning to embrace the usage, use it, consume it, and then that's what makes a project a successful. So those are the technical skills that we're going to be looking at. In addition, we are going to be evaluating your soft skill as well, communication skill, presentation skill, critical thinking. So problem solving, problem analysis, collaboration, that's collaboration, then project management. So remember on one of the calls that we had, the general call that we had, the organizers have already informed us that there will be some trainings in between, like project management training, skill, time management, and some other soft skill training that will come as part of the package for this particular program. So please always look out for those announcements of the days and the time those training are happening on both the post on WhatsApp channel, and they also post on Discord channel. So please make sure you are following up in that aspect. So those are the areas that will be testing you on the projects. And so moving on, let's now see very quickly the Azure environment. I know I got question. To log into Azure is just one URL. Wherever you're going to, is always one URL. portal.azure.com. By the way, okay, what's going on? Okay, so I think I missed this part out. The project is expected to last for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, starting from week 4, right? We are all going to be doing the project defense and presentation in July 7th. July 7th. So if we go back, before we go to Azure, if we go back to the Teams environment, right? Where is my Teams? Okay. Yes. If we go back to the Teams environment, let's take a look at the announcement again. So in terms of expectation again, I missed that. The project is to last for 3 weeks. So we're introducing you from the 4th week so that you are as you continue your course, as you continue the classes, you are already having sessions to brainstorm on how you want to approach the project. You are already gathering information so that you're already doing stuff alongside. So at least so that it doesn't how will I put it? So you are not delayed as at the time for you to kind of do your presentation, right? So now take note, please. This Azure environment that is giving you to be able to use for is just for the purpose of the project, not for your lab. That's why we try to provide access to a lab environment for you to take your lab. Now, when it comes to expectation, what are we expecting from you to come and deliver at the end of the day? Um, the proposal, so you need to come up with a project proposal that outline the project scope, talking about objective, the requirement, and the timeline, which we have already put the timeline, we've already put the project requirements up there. So, but while you are gathering your information, there might be the component that will be required. They are also part of the requirement. Then a report that documents the project design, the development or configuration here, and then the testing and then validation, evaluation and validation aspect of the project. Then you have a presentation that will show us the project features, the result, and the challenges that you encounter during the period of the project. And finally, you have you should have, if your environment is still available for demo purpose, yes, it's okay. You can give us that, or you can showcase. If you're able to demonstrate what you are presenting to us, it's okay. But everybody will have time allotted to them. So the project again, team is expected to work collaboratively and effectively together. So meet regularly. Those are what will form the success of your project. Regular meetup, share ideas. So here, something is very important. Respect for each person's opinion and contribution. It tests your ability to collect all the ideas from different people, collect it together, put it on the board, and analyze, okay, if we go this approach, which is going to be better for us, which is going to produce the best results, right? There are some results, there are some solutions that will give you a faster resolution, but the end result is not long lasting or is not the best. So you have to put all ideas on the table from everybody and then brainstorm on each of them. Support one another in the learning process, right? That is very key. And then we'll need you to adhere to the project standards and guidelines. Deliver high quality work on time So make sure it's not when we say it's time for your presentation, somebody say, oh, we could not, we were not, we don't have. So that's that in addition to that. So let me go back now to Azure. Chinecherem, I hope I got your name. Sorry if I pronounce it.
Oh,
Uh,
Chinechere, good afternoon, ma.
Chinecherem, yes, good afternoon. So you
You
have a
made
question?
mention of WhatsApp group. I'm not in
Yeah.
any WhatsApp group, so that's why. That's my
No, so
question.
the WhatsApp group is not group WhatsApp group. If you like, you can create, but there's a general WhatsApp group. Are you saying you are not there? There's this WhatsApp group. Let me open it. Textile. Here we have this WhatsApp group. You are not part of it.
Yes, I'm not. I'm not part of it.
Okay. I will communicate with the manager to kind of share the link. But but you are part of the Discord, right?
Yes, I'm on Discord.
Okay, so they post the information at both locations so that those that are missing in one place can actually be able to get it from the other place. Because I think we understand some people say they don't use WhatsApp. Some people say they don't use Discord because some people say they are trying to stay away from certain social media. It's their own rule, but that's why we try to make information available at different environment. So let's move on. So here now, the account you are giving, I'm using my own account right now. So in case you see Hotmail, don't be surprised. Your own account is carrying on Microsoft.com. Okay. I'm not also part of the group. I will check. I'm hoping that the WhatsApp group is not filled up yet. But if it's not filled up, they will post it again on Discord channel so that people can join it and receive information from there as well. I'll follow up with our team. Okay, so while we're waiting for the Azure environment to load. Okay, so now when you log in to your Azure environment, it gave us two things. It gave us Entra ID for those that will be doing things like security, uh, just-in-time access, or role-based access control, and all of that. So it gave us Entra, so good, but it didn't give us other things. So then this is your subscription. Once you log in, if it didn't take you directly to your subscription, just click subscriptions. And then once you click subscriptions, you see your subscription here, Azure Pass sponsor. And when you click it, you will be landed here, and you can create the various resources that you're supposed to create here. Please, again, this environment is for the purpose of the lab, not for for the purpose of the project, not for your lab, please, not for your lab. So a situation where somebody will log in, oh, I have Azure environment now that I'm supposed to use for project, let me go and create. As you are creating, is deducting your money. So this subscription right now, if I go back again, if I go back to subscriptions, you will see how much is $100. It's $100. Let me go back here. Where's the amount is not showing up? Yes, sir. I don't know why that is. Let me see if I can see it up here. Okay, it's not showing. It's supposed to give us somewhere. We're supposed to have it here. Current cost. You will see it here, like how much have you used. So probably because we've not used anything from the $100. So, but it's $100. So that means it's very limited. And in our last class, what we did was to show you when you are creating resources. So part of the skill that we will be checking is how you are able to cost management, how you are able to manage costs. In a situation where an organization that is giving you a project, say they have budget constraint, how are you going to manage it? So those are part of the thing we are going to be testing you on. So each subscription for each group is $100 in cost. $100 in cost. It's not more than that. And it's not less than that. So make sure that you actually you make sure that you manage it for it to be able to be enough. Manage it so that is enough to complete all the tasks that you need to complete on your project. So I think that is that. The floor is open for question now. Yes, who's going first? Chine Kurim, do you still have question? I think your hand has been up in case your hand is paining you. Do you still have question? Okay, it's down now. Rukayat, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Ma, for that insightful session. So I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Ma?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So my question is about the projects. As a cloud engineer on the team, I was just wondering, based on what we have here. So I'm referring to Group C. So I see that
Okay.
we have security and compliance. That is where we have to manage the access control and everything. So is it like that is the only thing I need to focus on for this project? So because I see that we need to use Power Platform tools. Are we going to
No,
deploy that to Azure? I just
no.
wanted that clarity.
Sorry, where is that? Oh, pardon. Sorry, hold on. Let me see what I put there. No, Power Platform tools. No, You are not using Power Platform 2. So, are you in 2 groups?
No, I'm on group C. What I have here is expense management app.
Oh, sugar. How come? That's wrong. That's wrong. Thank you for calling my attention. I'll go and correct it. This group C's task:
Oh, okay, ma.
Azure storage and data protection solution for a media company. So I'm going to thank you for that. I'm going to upload it, upload the correct file. That's an error. Yes,
Okay, thank you, ma.
you're welcome. Any other question, clarification? Okay, so I guess we are fine with all the
Hello,
information
ma.
we
I have
have.
a question regarding the
Okay,
research methodologies. So,
okay.
um, what's the rule around, because I know that it's more like we're representing textiles here. So if we need to
Mm-hmm.
like interview the user segment that we're working on or create a survey, is there any rules or limitations around that? Can we do it? Can we
Mm.
extend it outside or it has to be within?
Okay.
Thank you.
So no rule. No rule is actually limiting that. Wherever you want to, your research can span any environment you feel you want it to span. No rule is limiting that. Yes. Hello. I hope I answer your question, Rukai.
Yes, ma. Thank you, ma.
Okay. Thank you. See. All right. So thank you everyone for your time. I don't want to take any more of our time. So let's go and, for those of us in Nigeria, let's go and try to enjoy the rest of the day. Tomorrow is work again. For those of us outside the country, in other region of Africa or across the world, please enjoy, whether you're at work, enjoy the rest of the working day. And do have a nice day. So that will be all from my end. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, ma. Bye.
Bye.